What's up, everyone? This is Michael, the entrepreneur from ECG Graphics and Printing, coming back with some more entrepreneurial content. If you are an entrepreneur or aspiring entrepreneur and you're thinking about starting, managing, or growing your business, you have stumbled across the right channel, the perfect channel for you, because on this channel I talk about everything that you need to know about growing as an entrepreneur. And a lot of times I use my own experience. Other times I'm bringing other entrepreneurs on my podcast, so you could check that out. You could just search Let's Talk Business with Michael, the entrepreneur. You can check on any platform. I upload very frequently, at least once a week, to that to all of the podcasts. If that's something that you guys want to listen to, if you stumbled on this video and this is content that you are interested in hearing about, definitely check me out. Check out my videos after this video, because the reason why you clicked on this video is because you want to get something out of it, some value, and that's what's going to happen in about 5 seconds. But yeah, feel free to go to my channel, check everything out. Today we're going to be talking about how you can grow your side hustle. We're going to do that right after the intro. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. Hey, what? So if you follow me on my social media, especially my Instagram, because that's where I post a lot of the things that are happening with myself and my business, I'll drop a link to that down in the description. You'll know that I'm actually pretty busy right now. I've been growing my business, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I've used to actually grow my business. Now, just so you guys get some backstory for me, I'm actually trying to turn my side hustle, my little business, into something that I can do full time and leave my 9-to-5. Like, that's my ultimate goal, is to do this business and be an entrepreneur full time, grow my business, grow other businesses, and invest in all those different things. Like, that's where I see my life going. So with that said, I have to be extremely strategic on how I'm using my time and how I'm investing my money and what I'm doing to grow my business, because as you guys all know, having a business that's a side hustle is really hard. You know, you're not putting in 8 hours sometimes during the day to actually do your hustle. So you want to find different ways or different tips to actually help you get there. So I wanted to share my top 7 tips or things that I've been using to grow my business. And I'm going to be quite frank with you guys. In the past month, I've actually doubled the revenue of my business, which is great. You know, I've actually made, sometimes I make $1,000, $1,500 on my side hustle. And then this past month, I almost made $4,000 within my business, and that's just from me side hustling. So if that's something that you're interested in, grab a pen, grab a paper, sit down, and if I'm moving too fast, I'm talking too fast, feel free to rewind and check this video out. Also, if there's something in this video that you want me to elaborate more on, or there's another tip that you want to share with the community, please feel free to drop a comment down below, and I will answer myself, and also the other entrepreneurs that watch and comment on this video will also comment on that as well. So that'd be greatly appreciated. So before I give you the 6 tips to help you grow your business or your side hustle, I want you to know that there's going to be a really big nugget, Easter egg, whatever you want to call it, good resource, great tip, some game, whatever, some juice, whatever you want to call it, some tea, I don't know, whatever floats your boat. I hate saying that. There's going to be some good at the end, okay? There's going to be something that I really want you to stick to the end to find out, because that's going to help encompass and bring all this together. But let's get right into it. So number 1, the first tip is going to be using inbound and outbound marketing. So inbound, we like to call that pull marketing, and that is when you're using your content like this, like I'm using my content to actually bring people in. I'm starting to convert more people through my actual audience and things like that are coming in. They look at my content, they like what I do, and then they want to get my services, they inquire on them. So the same thing applies for you guys. If you have content, like you have your social media, people are interacting with your products and your services and things like that, that is all kind of falling within that. So you're using your content to actually pull people into your business. Outbound is going to be push marketing, and that's going to be more, I say, a lot of the things that fall into like the paid advertisement. So, you know, Facebook ads and TV ads and things like that. And it's a little bit more aggressive because you're in people's face. You're kind of like selling them things. If you guys have ever used Google ads or things like that, or you've ever used Facebook ads and things like that, so you'll know that you'll present an ad or a campaign to a particular group that of your choosing that you believe are going to be the most inclined to purchase your services. You introduce it to them, so you're just putting it kind of in front of as many people that you believe are going to purchase your services at once. It's a little bit more pushy. It's an ad. It's an ad. You know, you're trying to get someone's attention for 30 seconds, and that's it. But as a small business, you want to utilize both of these. One of the things that have helped me a lot is my direct messaging. I've actually gotten a lot of customers. Well, I've gotten a lot of leads through direct messaging, sliding in someone's DM on Instagram. They comment on something that I like. They're a new subscriber, and I go to their channel and I look at what they're doing and I say, hey, there's something that I can offer you. And I've actually been able to convert those potential customers into actual paying customers. So that's a good thing that you want. Another thing I want you guys to think about too, when you're thinking about inbound marketing, at the end of the day, whatever platform that you use, they own your audience. So you want to do as best as you can to pull the audience, pull those followers off of that platform so that you can actually be able to control that audience. And what I mean by that is right now, I mean, when I first, like I think less than a year ago, when I was really, trying to take this serious and I started my YouTube channel, I only had like 600 followers on my Instagram. And then once I made some changes, I started my YouTube channel and I was able to use pull marketing to actually, bring people into my Instagram by posting videos on YouTube and having people find me on Instagram. I've actually been able to grow within this past year. I haven't had, crazy numbers. I'm a little bit under, I think, I'm a little bit over 2,000, which is not bad. I'm still, my main focus honestly is YouTube, but seeing that growth is amazing too. And I have equally about the same amount on my Instagram. But I'm saying that to say this, what I've been doing is I've been trying my best to actually pull some of the audience members that are interested in my products and actually pulling them off of those platforms. So I'll send my email, or so now I'm not talking to them in their DM. The conversation is sparked through the DM, but then now I'm pulling them onto an email list so that I can contact them on my own terms, where I don't have to go through Instagram or go through TikTok or whatever platform that you're using to actually do that. So at the end of the day, like, you want to own the audience that, or the client base that you are looking to have. You want to separate yourself. So that is some game that I want to give you, because that's something that someone told me, and honestly, it's helped me a lot. So I've actually grown my email list. I had like 3 people on it when I first started my YouTube channel. Now I have about 250, which is great. I'm constantly getting people that are interested in my products, and I'm able to send things out to them. So, and if you want to be on that email list, please drop a comment down below, or you can go on my website and you can literally sign up for the email list. It's right there, and I give a lot of different resources in addition to the ones that I have on my website. I give a lot of resources to people that are on that email list. So check that out. Tip number 2 is get help. I've talked about this a lot. I even dropped a video. Maybe I dropped a video. I don't think I dropped it yet. Did I drop it? Okay, I have a video. If I haven't dropped it yet, then I apologize. It's going to be coming soon. I batch recorded, and I kind of lost track of what videos I have coming up, to be honest with you, so I do apologize. But if it's already premiered, I'll link it up here. I'll also put it down in the description. But essentially, I'm talking about how to get a partner. That's like number 1. Number 1 is just finding someone that offsets your skills so that they can actually be able to help you. Now, that's when you're giving away some equity within your business. And if you're not willing to do that, that's totally fine. So you can go the other route. You can go the other route, and that is actually just hiring help, or hiring an employee or a 1099 to actually come in and help you. Now, there are some things that you need to think about when you're thinking about hiring an employee, and I am planning on putting some videos together. I personally, because my business is still small, I haven't hired an employee, but I have hired multiple 1099s. And for me, in this moment, 1099s work the best for me. Those are independent contractors, because there's a lot of benefits as a business owner where I don't really have to worry too much about wages and things like that, and having to pay taxes and things like that. But obviously, as my business grows, when I move into my storefront, when I actually take this to a brick and mortar, I am going to have to deal with employees. But one thing that I am familiar with is hiring people and knowing how to find the right people to actually do the job. So that's something that even in my past career and my job now, like, that's something that I'm a part of, and it's a skill that I'm trying to develop. I'm not saying that I'm always right, but I've actually been around it. So that's something that I'm definitely integrating as a professional into my business. So you should do the same. I will drop some videos where I will be giving some tips on how to hire your first employee, but check out the video, like I said, about how to get a partner, because that is like number 1. If you want to just find someone that's going to, want to have, some type of stake or some skin in the game with the business, and you know they have a passion for the business too, and they offset your skills, you could definitely do that. Or like I said, you can go find some help, someone that can take care of certain tasks for you, and do that for you. Like for me, I have someone that takes care of my metadata, you know, someone that goes in and figures out all these things. And there's different ways. There's so many different ways for you to get help. You know, you can go on FIVERR, you can go on Upwork, and, you know, hire a personal assistant that can come in and handle certain small tasks so that you can focus on growing your business and doing the things that other people can't do. That's another thing. I know I'm giving a lot in this one thing, but you want to really prioritize there's certain things that you need to do only in your business, and that's what you need to focus on. And also those need to be things that will get you the most result, right? And there's gonna be other things that you could just train someone to do for you. You don't necessarily have to go in and do those small tasks. Like obviously in the beginning, you're gonna be doing it yourself until you build up some revenue. And then once you can build up some revenue, and then you're able to justify, you know, letting some of that go, because that their productivity is going to help your business. You have to think about it that way. Like some people get afraid, like, oh my gosh, I'm paying this person $30 to do this job that I could do myself. But at the end of the day, like that $30 is gonna free up your time to actually be able to go and do something in your business that's gonna quadruple that $30, right? So you just have to think about it that way. Think about your COI, or cost of goods. COI, cost of, yeah. COI, cost of goods. I don't know. That just, wow, no. Your COG. Your COG, your cost of goods. It's not even what I'm supposed to be talking about. Really want to pay attention to your ROI, which is your return on investment. If you're able to pay someone to actually do it and their productivity actually triples your workload and allows for you to make more money and free it up, definitely do it. Tip number 3, focus on developing and delivering an amazing product. I can't say this enough, but if your product sucks, if your services suck, no one's going to come back. No one's going to want to use your product. So take the time to really refine and develop your product and develop your service so that it gets better and better over time. Always be in the state of mind of looking to grow. One thing for me, I like to share my experiences, but one thing for me, I print shirts, and sometimes I'm really confident about lining them up and getting everything good, and then one day, like, I'll be too confident, too cocky, and then I'll print a shirt, I'll show it to my wife, and she's like, dude, that's crooked. So one thing that I've done, like, yes, I printed hundreds of thousands of shirts throughout my career as a screen printer and just a apparel decorator. I still need to make sure that I'm learning and I'm trying to get better, because now I'm at the point now where I want to be able to move fast. I want to be able to duplicate this process so that when I do hire on my first production manager, or I do hire on my first press manager or press employee, where they're actually coming in and just pressing for the day, like, I can give them tips and I can help them manage. Always want your product to get better, and never get comfortable, for lack of a better term. Like, don't get comfortable. Always try to grow your business. Always try to make sure you're delivering the best product that you can, and don't settle for anything less. For example, just yesterday, I was printing a shirt for a friend. He hit me up and was like, hey man, can you have a shirt printed by Friday? And it was Tuesday or Wednesday. And I was like, yeah, bet I can definitely do it. It was a shirt design that I've already done before, so I already have it saved in the computer. I already had vinyl for it, and then it's one shirt. Why not? I can knock it out, make my quick little money. So came home, prepped up everything, warmed up the press, knocked it out, and it was one of those times where I was a little bit off on my registration and just like the alignment of it. And, I could have just gone in and just said, whatever, I'm going to give it to him. But I didn't. I actually said, I really want to go in and make this the best product that I can. So that's what I did. I woke up the next morning, went all the way to the store, got another shirt. And that's why you always want to order extra, because you make mistakes. You're human. So then I brought it back and made it to my standards. So I want to make sure that everything that leaves my house or leaves my business is that level of quality, because my product and my services are going to speak for me when my business or when I'm not in a room. So, and I want my customers and my clients to be proud of what I make for them, because how they talk about it, their word of mouth is actually going to allow for me to continue to grow, and they're going to be returning customers, which is number one to grow in your business. You want to get good customers, great customers that are returning, and then you build off of that. Tip number 4, use videos. And this, honestly, resonates with me so much because if you've watched my content, you know that I danced and I was a professional dancer. I actually taught for many years professionally. And one of the things that I learned from that experience is video. Video is a huge thing. You know, it allows for you to be able to memorialize certain memories and certain things. The great thing about that is if it's something great, something that you're excited about, something that you're proud about, you can video record that, and then it's something that you can use over and over and over again. When I had my dance program and I had a little team that I was traveling with, like, I knew that I was going to do a video project every single year because that video project allowed for me to be able to, you know, solidify what we did that year. You know, I can look back and be like, man, that was the choreography that I created. Or like the kids, I can look at and be like, man, these are the kids that I was able to work alongside, and oh my gosh, they look so good. And it's just, to me, video is the best thing, and you need to think about the same thing with your business. If there is great things that you're doing, video it. You know, like, at the end of the day, like, if you guys look at your Instagram or you look at your Facebook, like, you don't have to have like a super professional video. As long as the content is there, as long as, you know, you're filming things, the right type of content, it's all good. Not saying that you don't want to put some time, and you do want to have a nice camera if you can, or you do want to make sure you have the right angles and, you know, you're framing everything right. I'm not saying that, but you don't have to let that hinder you from getting started. So if you need to make a video about what you're, like, we call them, what are they called? Like, if you want to have an explainer video, that's something that I did. I actually put it somewhere in here, but an explainer video is really great. It's one thing that I use to actually grow my business, but explainer videos, they can be very cheap. Or you can be a little bit more elaborate where you have interviews and have testimonials and things like that, but just use a video. There's Movely, I use that. I think I created like 3 different commercials with video when I first started ECG graphics and printing, and I learned it all myself. It was really simple, online based. I dropped in some products, I dropped in some video that I did when I was at when I was at one of the booths of when I was promoting a business, and that's it, you know. So if you want more ways to actually come, or another one, like Canva is a really good one. Another thing that I use is Video Leap. Video Leap is an amazing app. I'll actually do a video on it, but all of the videos, if you guys follow me on Instagram, that's where I edit a lot of the stories that I do, or quick little videos that I put on my social media. I do all of that in Video Leap, and it's amazing. It's an amazing app to have. So there's no reason why you can't make videos for your business. So use video, because video actually converts way faster than, you know, email or anything like that, you know. And like I said in the beginning of me talking about this, because I talked about this for a long time, but when you have a video, you're able to use it year after year. You know, you may have a video that's timeless, that is just amazing, that just has, you know, everything that you need to have, and obviously you can update it, but you can keep that video and use it in other ways. Step number 5 is make your business's purpose clear. Very clear. So I talked to a friend of mine, Ramon IV, and he was on my podcast. If you guys watched that video, or you watched that podcast or listened to it, he said one thing about like having your spill, you know, having 5 minutes, having a 10-minute spill, having a 30-minute spill, because you just never know. You may have a customer, you know, most of the time, you know, you got to just give what you need and give your purpose and your mission within, you know, 30 seconds, so that someone can be like, oh, okay, cool. Or maybe you need to do a 5-minute one because you're actually sitting down with, you know, someone else that may be a little bit more invested. Or you may have a 30-minute one where you're trying to talk to someone that's going to be possibly giving capital to grow your business. Or it could be a client or a vendor. You know, you may be sitting down in a meeting and having a conversation with them of how you guys can help each other. So saying that to say this, you want to make sure that your business's purpose is clear. And if you're not solving a problem, if you don't have a purpose, it's going to be really difficult for you to go out and bring in customers, because the only way for you really to connect with someone is if you're solving a problem and you're connecting with them on something that they need. And most products solve a problem. For example, cell phone. This case, it's not going to be hard for someone to sell me this case because I need the case to be able to keep my phone safe. Another thing, wallet. The purpose of the wallet is to keep all of my cards and cash safe. The purpose of my business is I want to give quality graphics and printing to other business owners so that they can be proud of. I want them to be proud of what they get. You know, when I started my business, there wasn't any businesses out there that actually allowed for me at my budget or where I was at to be able to get good graphics and, get a good logo and get, I had to go to Vistaprint and, all that stuff is crap. Like who wants a Vistaprint card? If they want to take their business serious, maybe in the beginning, but I wanted to be that person or be that business that people can come to and say, hey, I want to get 3 hats and 2 shirts. I have a very small business. I have a side hustle, but I still want to look professional. So that's my purpose. I want to make quality graphics and printing for businesses that they can be proud of, that look great, that make them feel great about their business. Because when someone looks great and feels great about their business and what their business looks like and the colors and everything is just so amazing to them, oh my gosh, that just makes me feel so great. So that's my purpose. My purpose is to empower entrepreneurs with that, giving them the products that they want. And tip number 6, ask for testimonials. Now, I know it's really difficult to ask people about how your business is doing, but I actually just recently had a conversation for Mother's Day, just recently passed, and I always like to get the flowers from my wife or from my mother-in-law. I always like to get them locally, and they're like literally right around the corner. This family opened up this flower shop, and I happened to be there getting flowers for my wife, and I was talking to the brother. I didn't even know the owner is she's a grandma, and she has her babies working, her grandbabies, and it's just amazing. But then when I pulled up, it was actually her brother was helping her out because she had to go get some fresh flowers or whatever. So I was just talking to him, being me, just talking to him, and he said that he was the one that actually was harvesting the flowers. He farmed the flowers for his sister. So we were just not getting into it. We were just talking about business, and I was just asking him questions and things like that, just being me. And one thing that he said that stuck with me, he was like, you got to get your Yelp reviews up. You gotta make sure that your Yelp, and when people are talking about your business online, it's positive. He was like, if you go and you look at my business has 5 stars. He was like, and that's like number 1. You want to make sure like those clients that you have that love your business, make sure that they are speaking about it and they're going on Yelp and they're going on your website and they're leaving these testimonials, because those are the things, like I said earlier, they talk when you're not in a room. Your products and your services and your customers, your happy customers, are going to talk about you when you're in a room, and vice versa. If someone doesn't like your products and someone doesn't like your service, best believe they're going to talk about it, and they're going to spread the word and tell their friends, their family members that they didn't like what service or what products that you had. So that really resonated with me, and I wanted to resonate with you guys. But back to what the tip is, just make sure that you are having those conversations with those people that are your day ones or your repeat customers, and saying, hey, I will give you a discount, 10% discount on your next order, or I will give this for you free. I'll give this to you for free if you use this link and go and drop a Yelp review. And one thing that I've learned, and I'm actually going to be doing this is one of the things that I haven't done yet, because like I said, I'm still growing and building my business, but I want to make it as frictionless as possible. So my goal is to go in and just make it simple. Send the people a link, or I don't know, just have them write it down. Just something real simple. I don't want it to be where, okay, you got to go log in and make a Yelp account and then go do this and 15 steps, because most likely they're not going to do it. But make it as frictionless as possible and make it easy for your customers to actually be able to drop that information. So thank you for staying all the way to the end. The last little nugget that I want to give you is you should sign up for Google Ads Smart campaigns. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow for you, if you guys are familiar with Facebook ads or Instagram ads, it's just Google's version of that, but Google makes it extremely simple and easy. And on top of that, Google is the largest search engine. So if you have, ads and things like that through Google, it's going to allow for your business and your SEO. And if you don't know what SEO is, you need to find out about SEO, because that's going to allow for you to be able to rank in searches when people are trying to find your service. But back to what I'm saying, I'm actually starting this. I'm running my first campaign, so I'll keep you guys posted on how that works. If you guys want to know about that, please drop a comment down below, and I'll be sure to give you guys an update on how that works. Currently, I've been doing a lot of Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and they've been working really well for me. But I did have a friend of mine, or actually a client, actually suggest that I go in and I do Google Smart Ads or Google Ad Smart. So I started it, and we'll see how it goes. This is going to be the first month, so that's another thing. It's a learning curve. Definitely figure that out, but there's so much power in paid advertisement. You will not know how far your money can go. Now you do, like I said, there is a learning curve. You do have to make sure you're creating the right campaign, you have the right message, and you're putting it in front of the right people. But with you working alongside Google, from what my experience has been, it's made it a lot easy. I can literally just jump in, and it's so intuitive. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll drop a link to that down in the description. I am not affiliated with them at all. Hopefully I can get affiliated with them. I think that'd be really cool, but I'm not at the moment. So honestly, I'm just giving you guys the game just to give you the game. So if you guys want to figure that out and do that and update me, please drop a comment down below, or you can hit me up on my Instagram. I'll drop that down in the description below as well. If you found some value in this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, do not be afraid to share this with another entrepreneur. This helps my channel grow a lot. Right now, I'm currently at the time of filming this video, I'm at a little bit over 2,900 subscribers. So I need your help. The goal at the end of May, which right now I'm filming this in May, I want to have at least 3,000, maybe even 3,500 subscribers, and I need your guys' help to do that. So please subscribe to this channel. Also share it with someone that you think will benefit from this content. Once again, give it a thumbs up, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. On the screen is a video that I think you would like. Please feel free to check that out. I'll see you in that video.